gotta figure out exactly what he says. He's like, "My daddy, your daddy is coming home to his ladies." What does he fucking say?
Hi, the yellow dribbling around the old oak tree. Daddy's coming home.
My birthdays,
Yeah.
He goes,
July
chill the
14th.
iced tea.
Daddy's coming home July 14th. I get to see my daddy July 14th.
Doesn't Cyrus like say that in a mean way? He's like, "My daddy's coming home July 14th."
Yeah, and he finds the letter later.
Finds it later. Who does he face off with in the below the plane? Is that Ving
Can't
Rhames?
say face off, dude.
Who does he face off with below the plane? Is that Ving Rhames? Yeah.
Oh, cowboy. Or no,
The Cyrus face-off is on top of the fire extinguisher. Or the fire truck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh my god.
Put the bunny down.
And then when fucking John Cusack gets on the bike and he's like following the truck and shit, it's like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Spraying water hoses to cops on motorcycles. But somehow Cameron and John Cusack are the only ones remaining. Somehow
that's because they got moved, dude.
They were the ones
dodging. They got Riz on those bikes.
Like, I don't know what is that part. I was thinking this last night. That part or the boat chase in Face Off.
The opening scene. Like, it's amazing.
There's the car chasing the airplane in the beginning of Face Off.
Yeah, the fucking Humvee and shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna be borrowing your Humvee. Oh no, that's The Rock.
That's The Rock. Just as good of a movie as Face Off.
We're gonna have to do The Rock if we're.
Let's do The Rock right after this one.
It'll be that's like the Cage mid-90s trilogy.
Dude, he made those in a row.
I know, it's great.
It's amazing.
But the movie you're making me watch to
Cagey.
Cage is Simon West's Con Air from 1997. My second favorite John Cusack movie.
Yeah, sorry, we came in hot with that one. We just went into it.
I bet you your first is Identity.
No. Let's see. First,
Better Off Dead?
First John Cusack.
I'm going Gross
movie.
Point Blank.
Say Anything.
Good picks.
80s,
Maybe
80s, 80s high school Cusack was great.
Ooh, yeah. What's the one where he was the owner of the record shop? That was a good one too.
Oh, High Fidelity. That was
High Fidelity. That's pretty good. He wrote that one too.
Empire Records.
Empire Records is great, but he ain't in that.
Different movie.
That's a great movie
St.
though.
Elmo's Fire.
Never seen it. Was he in that?
No.
He's been in a lot of shit
I
though.
don't think he was in any of those.
He's been in a lot of things.
Steve Buscemi has been in a lot of fucking things.
Yeah, he's Steve Buscemi, dude.
What do you think? What do you think?
What I think Steve Buscemi's best role is probably Reservoir Dogs.
Are you guys familiar with the Steve Buscemi universe theory with this movie's character in other movies? That it's tied together with his character in Billy Madison at the very end, where he's like crossing
The
people
shooter?
off his list. Yeah, he's
With lipstick on.
He's the psychopath that kills people. Then he goes to jail, and then he escapes at the very end of Con Air, and then he becomes Donnie from The Big Lebowski. Because no one knows Donnie. He has no friends. Donnie has a bunch of different people's names.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
On his bowling shirts. So it's like these are possibly victims.
Okay.
And he has no friends or family. He only knows Walter and in the dude. So he just escaped and then
He
became
ain't
a
got
surfer.
no Mima or nothing.
And they all, I believe, came out in that order. I mean, they were only all each a year apart, so it's kind of rushed. But I think it came out Billy Madison, then Con Air, and then The Big Lebowski. So if you connect those characters, he's the same guy.
Okay. And maybe he doesn't. Maybe we can go even further and say he doesn't die at the end of Big Lebowski, honestly, and then he becomes Crazy Eyes and fucking Mr. Deeds. You know what I mean?
Shit goes deep, dude.
Whoa, what happens
Crazy
to
Eyes
him?
and Mr. Deeds? I don't know. Maybe so. Whatever happens at the end. Maybe in the end of Lebowski, when he gets shot, he just goes blind
And then he
instead of
starts
dying.
bootlegging liquor in the 30s.
Yeah.
They
Wait,
burned
sorry.
him. They
What?
They spread his ashes.
I
Oh,
jumped
yeah.
TV now.
He did.
Here's
They did spread
Johnny,
his
and
ashes.
he goes. He was a surfer.
That could have been a body swap.
He was
could
a
have swapped body
surfer.
out.
He loved to
He
surf all
spills
the
it
way
all over.
down from Leo Carrillo to Pismo.
He dumps it all over the dude.
No, the first line of the thing was
Oh, that
he
movie's
was
so
a
good.
man who loved the outdoors.
Yeah.
It's a man who loves the outdoors.
I remember that because I used to write that on fucking my old dating profiles. He was a man who loved the outdoors. That was like my description of myself.
Yeah.
Away from the Lebowski.
That's
Anyway, Con Air.
Con Air.
1997. Cameron Poe, a highly decorated Army Ranger, comes home to Alabama to his wife, Trisha, only to run into a few drunk drunken regulars at the bar she works.
What a great name, Cameron
Cameron
Poe.
Poe.
Trisha.
Cameron Poe.
Oh.
He's got great that Cage trilogy. He's got Castor Troy, Cameron Poe, and Drew Godspeed. Those are great names.
Castor Troy comes
Stanley
from like
Goodspeed.
mythology, but
Stanley
yeah,
Goodspeed.
Yeah,
Close enough.
still a good name.
Drew Godspeed.
I was way off by that one. Sorry.
He was close.
Goodspeed, Godspeed.
Did you say
Green Jacket
Drew
Gold.
Godspeed?
I said Drew Godspeed.
Castor Troy, I always thought was a pretty great villain name.
That's a good one.
Castor.
What'd you say it
Yeah.
came from?
Some kind of like mythology, Greek mythology. Castor and Pollux
Yeah.
were brothers.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I don't
This is
remember
King.
what mythology. Not like American mythology. I know that.
Yeah.
Do you think this is his real hair in Con Air?
No.
I like how
Definitely
in the
not.
beginning you see different stages of his hair growth as he's in prison, as he's
Alright.
working out. There's like a workout montage, and as he's working, his hair grows.
His hair. Have you ever seen like Escape Alcatraz?
The one with Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when they make like the model heads and they have the fake hair?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
That's true. That's
Looks
true.
bad.
Yeah.
This definitely isn't his real hair.
Anyway,
Definitely knows
he
what
goes home to his wife after he's a highly decorated army ranger, so he's a tippy top at the tippy top. He does handstands upside down. I'm watching
Real
it right now.
strong.
Real strong guy. He runs into a couple of drunk guys. They're harassing his wife in a bar.
His wife's a hottie.
His wife's a hottie, pregnant.
Oh, she was preggos.
Harassing his wife, harassing him, saying really mean things to him. And
hey!
he's playing it pretty cool. He's playing it pretty cool.
We lost Vietnam because of you pussies.
He said that. He said, it's because you pussies like him, we lost Vietnam. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, what?
I don't need either.
But he does, and that hurt probably.
Mhm.
They go
For his pride.
outside. The drunk guys, multiple guys, follow him outside.
Oh, they're waiting in the rain.
They're waiting in the rain. Yeah, they're probably cold as fuck. No rain jackets for some reason.
It makes them matter as they're colder, so it helps the ultimate showdown.
You think they're all in t-shirts except for
Yeah.
Poe, who's like in full fucking whatever, like honor
Soldier boy.
clothes or whatever
Yeah.
for honor killings.
They rip off his badge.
How come when he goes to his court proceedings, he's not wearing his cool army clothes? He's wearing a button up and a white t-shirt.
Well, he was he
wanna
wants to
look good?
represent them better, you know? He's just like, I don't represent the army no more. I killed
maybe
people.
they got
It
covered in
was
mud.
self-defense.
Then why'd he go to jail?
It was
That
clearly
was bullshit. That's the
self-defense,
first point
which
I want to
makes the
get to in
movie-
this movie.
Hey,
Which
I
makes the
think
movie
he was in
quickly
jail
ridiculous.
because he deserved to be in jail. He shouldn't
Well,
have killed those guys.
Well, they said because
didn't
of
mean to
his
kill him.
training, it made him more dangerous, and he's
yeah. He
listed
could have
as-
subdued him, you know?
That was like how they
Subdue.
described it away. which
De-escalate.
is still absurd because like it was clear self-defense that 3 dudes just jumped him.
Jumping
then one
his
dude died.
pregnant wife there,
Mhm.
alone in the rain, multiple
Allegedly.
assailants.
Allegedly.
There's witnesses.
There's witnesses.
There's probably like
That one guy
probably
who checks his
good
pulse and goes,
character
"This
witnesses
boy
even.
dead."
Like he's probably he's obviously well respected. He was a soldier, but
He's
they're just
Cameron
kind
Poe, bro.
they're saying because he's
Cameron
so
fucking
dangerous.
Poe.
Come on,
he's
dude,
Cameron
CP.
Poe, bro.
Sent to a federal penitentiary for manslaughter, 7 years.
7 years. I think he got off easy.
Maybe there's a record he has that we don't know about because his girl was like, "Oh, the old Cameron almost came out, didn't he?" And he's like, "Yeah."
I mean, he put out a solo album a couple years before. I knew that. Stupid. Anyway, yeah, no, that's ridiculous. There's no way that guy should be in jail. I mean, like you said, the
No
movie
way.
wouldn't exist if that guy wasn't in jail. So
Stupid.
had to happen.
But how?
Also,
Like, but
What's
yeah, I
the
guess how-
montage of the jail like on fire and shit? What's in the beginning?
that
Did
was
you-
a riot.
I think it
going
was
on?
showing how like the jail was on fire, but he still was just gonna sit there and do his time because he's like a good guy and he's not gonna
Good.
fuck around. You know, I think it was showing
He's
he's
gonna
like
eat his
he's Cameron
Doritos.
Poe, bro.
He just
read
chose
his
not to
off-road
participate
magazines.
in the riot.
Yeah, he
Okay,
chose not to
Poe.
participate.
Everyone,
But if he
Why would
did
I do something
participate, he'd be the most lethal one out there. That's what they're trying to say. Is he doesn't do it because he knows he would just be snapping necks and cashing checks out
you
there.
know what should be snapping is the water pipe that he's doing pull-ups on. There's no way that could support his whole body weight without breaking.
Yeah, he's a solid 210.
Yeah, maybe 212.
Ripped.
Totally ripped.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So-
he's
so
fucking reading
they've painted the
off-road
picture that he's
magazines,
a good guy and
doing
yet
upside
he's still
down
in jail.
push-ups, avoiding riots, learning Spanish.
I don't remember the upside down push-ups for some reason.
You don't
Oh,
remember
there's
the
definitely.
upside
I
down
don't remember the learning
No.
Spanish, but I remember
What?
the upside down push-ups.
Was
you
there
guys never
learning
seen this
Spanish?
fucking movie?
I have, but
I've seen this movie a million times.
I have, but I don't
saw it
remember the
yesterday.
upside down push-ups. for
I'm
some
watching
reason.
it right now.
Dude, there's a montage of him working out in prison
Nice.
as his hair grows.
Nice.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to see it.
It's
I see it.
and that's like in the
Speed.
very
Speed's a
beginning
great
as
movie.
he's like doing the voiceover of
Nah,
like
you
this is
can't see
happening,
that.
blah blah. He's reading the letters to his daughter and shit. He's
All
just
right.
Yeah.
working
All
out
right,
So he's in
he
simultaneously.
saying?
jail. He's in
What's
jail.
he saying to his daughter?
He's like,
I'll be home July 14th, and your birthday is July 14th, so I'm
July
gonna be able to see you on July 14th. Casey, love you, love my hummingbird.
I'll be back to my girls on July 14th.
Can't believe you.
Daddy's coming home.
July.
I think
14th.
Tie a rope around the old oak tree.
Tie yellow ribbon.
Tie yellow ribbon.
He goes school. Here, I'll quote it right now. It's coming up.
Tie yellow ribbon on the old oak tree.
Because the boy's
chill
coming
some
home to his
lemonade.
ladies. Dear Hummingbird, break out the fine shine. He goes, Dear Casey, of course I'm coming home in just a little longer, and all those things we miss doing together, you can be surely will do. Dear Hummingbird, break out the fine china, chill the lemonade, tie the yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, because this boy's coming home to his ladies, coming home forever. I just hope I'm not a disappointment to Casey or you. You don't got to add that in. You don't gotta add that in.
I know.
I
thought
just
that
hope
same
I don't
thing.
fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. You probably will. You've been in jail for 7 years and you got fake hair on, and we got to figure out where that came from. Whose hair is that?
When was the music? Was the music before the fight or was
I don't
it
want
during the
you
montage?
I'd be disappointed by
Which
my
one?
hair.
How do I?
Yeah. How do I?
That's
That
that's
was-
when
that
they're
was in the
dancing in the
beginning
very, very
and-
beginning.
Okay,
And
that was
end.
great.
It was
That was
in the
great.
beginning and end.
know.
That was amazing.
And at the very end, that's the credits.
This is the most Michael
Sorry,
Bay
screaming,
movie
getting
not made
excited.
by Michael Bay. I have to point that out
Oh
too.
yeah,
What do you mean?
totally.
Like this, like Michael Bay could have and probably should have directed this movie because they just ripped everything of his style off in this movie.
So many explosions.
I mean, the camera
Unnecessary fire.
movement, the unnecessariness of everything. It's just like Michael Bay 101.
Totally.
How do I?
How do I live without
And
you?
what did Simon West do? What else did that guy do?
Tomb Raider.
Anthony, what are you doing? You're coming in double time?
Damn, double time Anthony. Oh shit. Baby-O. That's Baby-O.
Hey, baby.
And what
You
did
sound
Baby
terrible.
do? Baby O is also this seemingly good guy randomly,
Baby-O and him got along because like they're seemingly good guys.
but yet they're in prison.
I mean, good guys are in prison, dude.
He needs his insulin.
A lot of bad guys. In
That's so.
prison, though, too.
I guess I don't know. We'll get there, but that's so frustrating about this is that
What?
Cameron has so many opportunities to fucking get off the plane or leave, and yet he's like, no, I gotta make sure Baby O gets his insulin.
He's a great fucking guy. He's an American, bro.
He's an army.
He's gonna let down his
ranger.
daughter. I know he's an army. He can't leave
All
a
right.
man behind. Blah
There
blah
you go.
blah.
He can't
so
leave
we
a man
leave-
behind.
let's get in there. He gets on this plane. Well, what happens? We meet John Cusack, right? Who's John Cusack?
He's, FBI,
DEI,
DEI. He's a
ABCD.
dinosaur. He's a
He's-
fucking cop.
He's a Fed.
He's a federale.
Trying to find this in the push-ups.
Fuck the push-ups. I believe you.
Keep going. Favorite movie.
So
of
yeah,
all time.
we find out
John Cusack gives us a nice rundown of who everyone is. There's always you got to have that scene of like, here's who's on the plane. This guy and he did this.
well,
and
what
this
we got
and
to
this
say
and
what the
that's
plane
the
is.
thing.
He's about to get on the plane with a bunch of convicts to be transported to a new maximum security prison. And John Cusack is the guy who basically like runs the plane. Did he design the plane? Maybe I think he might even design the plane, right? Which guys, let's get to the design part of
Design the
this plane.
plane?
This plane is the prison in the sky.
Is that
It
what
doesn't
he,
have,
is
like-
that who John Cusack is? He's like,
He
I designed
designed
this
the
plane.
plane.
This is my plane. Is he
I
like,
think
is
he
he
acts
like
like
the
that.
fucking dude in the what was it in the Abyss? She's like, I designed this ship, so I need to be on it for everything.
Right, yeah.
Entitlement.
Is that what it is though? Did he just design the plane?
I
He's
think he like
"Ah, plane.
spearheaded this whole thing. Like his whole thing is his thing. Like he's the guy. You know, if you're talking about this plane, he's the guy.
He's like, before me, we used to just walk prisoners across the country.
No, but this is like a new plane. Like this is like a new thing, like a maximum security prison plane in the sky, dude.
That's what I'm saying though. Is it like special? Oh, here's exercising.
That's
I
not
think he just
upside
kind
down.
of oversees
Look at this.
Look at
What
that.
the fuck is that, dude? Look at him.
Hey, what does that
What
even
the
do?
fuck is he doing?
Ooh, snowballs.
You gotta,
Christ,
you gotta have,
snowballs.
some product placement in there. Of course, it's the '90s. They gotta
You guys
fun-
ever had a
I will
snowball?
suck your dick for a snowball. Here you go, baby. Oh, one ball for another.
That was kind of gay right there. What he just did.
Nah, he was a nice
Why did they
guy.
have to? Why did they have to like graze fingers slowly?
Listen,
Yeah, exactly.
listen.
There was
A
some-
guy, a
There-
guy.
There was something with those two, Baby O and him, that we didn't see over those 8 years. You know what I'm
What the fuck
saying?
is this, dude? There's this.
a,
They got lonely and
It
they
got
loved each other.
haunted. Did they get
Different
haunted
ways.
there?
a guy as ripped as Nicolas Cage in this movie doesn't need 2 snowballs, dude. He doesn't put that much sugar in his body. Let's be honest.
You got a point. When you're right, you're right.
I know.
You're right. You're right. And you know what I'm right about? Upside down
Nothing.
push-ups.
What actually?
Yeah, where are these push-ups
Hold
at?
on. Baby O has diabetes.
Diabetes.
What's he
Yeah, I
doing
know.
eating that
He had
fucking
one
Look at
snowball?
that.
snowball. He
There's
had
no
one
way that holds his
snowball.
weight.
Yeah, then he had to take an
That's
insulin
the
shot
thinnest
after.
pipe I've
Look at
ever
that. It's like a
seen.
That's a thin-ass
fucking
pipe.
half-inch pipe, dude.
What is that?
What
Like
is
a
supporting
fucking
that?
PVC pipe spray.
is
They
that,
got
is
fucking
that a zip
solid
tie?
steel springs holding
Spanish
that up.
for beginners. Okay.
2 zip
Learning
ties holding that
Spanish.
pipe up.
Yo hablo. My wife wants margaritas on the yacht. That's what it says. It's stupid. So stupid. Here he is. There he goes.
There it
we go.
is.
There it is.
Yeah, this is that's the
forgot
shot I
about
remember
that.
the most. I don't even remember learning
Look at that
Spanish
hair,
seconds
dude.
before because it was like over.
Because you were looking at your
phone.
phone in that
that.
moment.
I might have been.
Put your phone away when you watch movies, bro.
Put your
But
phone
I
away, dude.
but I saw him do the standing push-ups. So
Yeah, because you look at your phone and it's something you looked up and the push-ups are there.
The push-ups were happening.
Yeah, you
Thank
know.
God. Then I threw my phone
Dear
into the other
Casey,
room. So I'm like,
I
gotta
hope this
invest
finds
myself.
you still going to school. Your mama's right. Fuck that little boy with no teeth.
All right, so he gets on this plane full of these prisoners, and it all goes wrong. They're fucking. Well, let's introduce the prisoners. We got Cyrus the Virus, played by John Malkovich, best character in the movie. Let's be honest, he's the guy.
He's kind of the head honcho of the prisoners. He's
the
the main prisoner.
greatest. He's awesome. He's hot. He's
Yeah.
cool.
And you got his right-hand man, Diamond Dog,
Yeah, the great Ving Rhames.
who wrote a book recently. And it's a big spearhead for the black community. And Denzel's in talks to be the lead of the movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Denzel would have killed that role.
Denzel
Yeah,
was
there's-
supposed to be in this movie?
No, he was going to play the character Ving Rhames' book is going to be about.
Yep.
Diamond Dog. He's going to play Diamond Dog.
Ving Rhames wrote a wait. What?
Ving
Diamond
Rhames'
Dog wrote a
character in
book.
this movie wrote a book, remember? And he said Denzel was in talks to play him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then who else we got? We got Johnny
I don't
23,
remember
the Danny Trejo's rapist guy.
Yeah.
Terrible guy.
My second favorite convict.
Who else we got? We got Dave Chappelle,
Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, what
Yeah,
was his
Dave
name? He was like
Chappelle.
Pinball or some shit.
Pinball.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
comic relief, of course.
We got
Dave-
Swamp
Yeah,
Thing.
Pinball, Swamp
Swamp
Thing. We got Billy
Swamp Thing's the
Bedlam.
pilot.
Who
We
was
got
the crazy
Sally
guy?
Can't
Was-
Dance.
Was
Which one was Sally Can't Dance?
Sally Can't Dance with Sally.
Oh shit! All right.
The girl.
Then we had the
The dude,
small-
the dude girl. Very
small gay
progressive.
guy,
this
yeah.
movie. Trans forward.
trans
This
guy.
movie.
Yeah.
That's Sally Can't
Trans
Dance.
person.
Yeah,
Okay.
representation.
And then what
lot
else?
of
Who else? There was a
representation.
bunch. There was a bunch more that we didn't meet, I guess, at that point. Too. Just
Pinball.
a
There's
bunch
the
of
guards.
prisoners.
We have guard Sally Bishop. We got a few other guards. Johnny 23. We got Swamp Ting.
Yes, we said those.
Well, that's all of them. That's all of them.
I think that's the ones
Fucking
we
all of
meet.
them,
Right?
idiot.
Oh, look, there's a cat. Jake's got a cat now.
Oh yeah.
He just
So
got a cat
yeah,
yesterday.
we
It's just
meet
gone.
Cusack's character, and then we meet
Who's the other cop?
who-
Well, that guy was a dick.
Agent Duncan Malloy.
Yeah, Colm Fury played that guy. He sucked.
Yeah, dude,
Colmini.
parking in handicap spots like a jerk.
Sick
You
car
know,
though.
Sweet
Sick
car, yeah.
Corvette.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it is, but
They had to use
Corvette.
that later. They set that up to drive fast.
set it up
It's
nice,
great.
dude.
Good setup.
It's gonna be faster than an airplane. That plane's gonna be there in 15 minutes. Oh, it's fine. I'll drive.
I'll be there at 13:49.
I'll be there right before them.
You
Right,
can
long
drive
enough
it.
to
Well, you can drive
hide.
it with a fast car.
He got there before them and then hid the car and then hid in the shed where he found him.
Yeah, dude, that car's quick as fuck. Fast as fuck, boy.
That's the
Yeah,
fun
dude.
boy. So
it had convertibles aerodynamics.
So yeah, the Malloy is like ATF or FBI. He's one of the numbers or letters. He comes
It's
in.
one of those acronyms.
He comes in. He's a marshal maybe. He comes in with a partner. He's putting a partner.
That's what
on the
Larkin
plane.
is. Larkin's a marshal. Now that we remember, Marshal Larkin.
Yeah,
Like, that's what John Cusack is. He's a marshal.
You're a fucking marshal, dude.
So he's like head of security for that plane. That's what he is. He's head of security for the plane.
okay. So who's Malloy?
Malloy's the guy who puts the undercover DEA
That's what I'm s-
agent
Oh, so he's
on the
DEA.
plane. Yeah,
so Malloy's DEA.
DEA.
He puts the agent on there. He
Because
wants to
the-
give him a gun.
Well,
And
hold
the
on, hold
guy's
on.
like, yo, and then fucking
Larkin's like,
Larson's
nah.
like, no guns.
Yeah.
And then fucking he sneaks
Slips
a gun
him
on him
one,
anyway.
yeah.
Dumbest
But hold
way.
on.
He was like, yeah, let me pat him down. Gun in the sock.
The reason why that guy's on that plane is because the dude who's paying for this mission is on that plane, and he's like, or the son of the dude who's paying for this mission is on that plane. He's like a big drug dealer, and that's why the DEA is after him, and that's who's paying for. That's who paid Cyrus the Virus to take the plane over, and they're all going to get money out of it and get released. That's what that was the reason.
Somehow I missed the entire reason why this is
Yeah,
happening.
that was it. That's the young guy, and the young Spanish dude on the plane is the son of the car of the like. the
Who
boss,
gets
that's
lit on
why.
fire? Who does Dave Chappelle light someone on fire?
He does. He lights the Indian guy on fire.
did he
for
do
the-
that?
Because he needed to make a distraction
For what? For the guy? For like
for
the
somebody
big
to do
boss kid?
something. for somebody to do something. Yeah.
What happened
Yeah, this
there?
all
Jake,
was
you just
funded
watched it.
by
What
the
happened?
big boss man.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was looking at my phone at the point.
God
Oh,
damn it,
you
Jake.
son of a bitch.
Why are you watching shit with your phone, bro? You're doing it the wrong way.
I had, I had like an email and I had, got distracted. And
I think
No
that's
one's
what
emailing you. You
spearheaded
have no friends.
That's what spearheaded the whole thing. He lit him on fire. Then somebody was able to. I think Cyrus was able to pick his lock out.
Yeah.
They got something happened. They got the gun. They put out the Indian dude, and then I'm watching it now. Yeah, Ving Rhames had. They all had
shit in their skin.
Little toothpicks in their skin or paper clips in their skin. Easily pick locks because why? Answer me this question: why have handcuff key locks been the same since the fucking Old West days? Where they're the exact same key. You could buy the key on fucking Amazon. You can buy 100 of them. Shove one up your ass for later.
Hey man, sometimes if it works, it works.
But it doesn't work. You can pick it with a toothpick.
Let me check your asshole.
Haven't you seen The Fugitive or
Well, this is in
Clear and
movies.
Present Danger or whatever we're talking about? Fucking Iron Man rips glasses off of someone and picks it with the glasses arm.
U.S. Marshals.
Temple. Picks it with a temple, dude.
Yeah, he does.
So Dave Chappelle
Anyway,
lights
this is what happened when we defund the police. That's all I'm saying.
Con Air.
Yeah.
I thought this was like they got a lot of money to make this plane.
No, I'm talking about the handcuff question.
So they
Sorry.
all picked the locks. Dave Chappelle lit the guy on fire. He scoops the key off of the female guard because she ain't paying attention. She's looking at her phone. Everyone's freaking out. He unlocks everyone. Unlocks Cyrus. Cyrus comes out. Ving Rhames comes out. Fucking Cameron Poe's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm just trying to get home to get to my sweet tea and yellow tree. And
they step on Baby-O's insulin.
Baby-O breaks Baby-O's insulin, which may as well, he needs that.
He a dead man without that insulin.
Yeah,
Sugar levels.
I don't really care about Baby-O.
Today,
Baby-O survive.
Baby-O survives.
Do we see him at the end?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him at the very end. I feel like
Baby-O must have gotten arrested.
Did he ever get his insulin?
No, he dies for Johnny 23 kills him because he's trying to rape the female guard and he just like stands up for her, right?
Johnny 23's death is pretty great.
Yeah, he deserved it. He's a scumbag.
They call me
Danny
Johnny
Trejo.
400 if they
Danny Trejo, man. He's been around forever.
One of my favorite Danny Trejo quotes is they were like, hey man, how come you always play the bad Mexican or badass Mexican? He's like, I am the badass Mexican. Like, what else am I gonna play? One of my favorite quotes of all time. That one. I wrote it down in my diary.
All right,
anyway,
so what else happens?
People are getting shot. People are freaking out. Guns ablazing. Cyrus kills the pilot. One of the pilots, and
keeps the other one alive. Swamp Thing ends up being the pilot
in Carson City.
Yep. They go to Carson City. Oh, that's what happens. They go to Carson City and they pick up this fucking kid whose dad funded the thing. That's where they pick up this guy.
Yeah,
they pick him up there
because that's where the whole prisoner
prison change. So they pretend to be guards. The Cyrus and Diamond Dog and Swamp Thing, I think, pretend to be guards. And they do this. It's a great scene, actually.
I think this is where they get Swamp Thing. I don't think Swamp Thing's on here because they keep the pilot alive because Swamp Thing's the pilot.
Yeah. You're right. They do a cool prison exchange where they have to pretend to be the guards in a giant sandstorm, which is like makes it easier.
So they tape up some of the guards and put them like prisoners, put covers over their heads and gag them.
Yeah, they said they were acting up, so they had to bag and gag them.
Yep. And then they got to get the other. Yeah. So they get people matching the exchange. They do the exchange like nothing's the problem, and there's a sandstorm going on. Oh, look, remember that song? What's that song? Sandstorm.
Yeah, it's called Sandstorm.
It's a good song.
And Cage could have had the opportunity to leave at this point too.
Yeah, they asked him.
This is one of the times.
Leave.
Like,
why
because
didn't he leave?
They need some
because
Baby-O.
Baby-O.
Yeah. He needs to get Baby-O his insulin.
So yeah, Baby-O needs his insulin.
Can't leave a man behind.
Wait, no, the dude with the gun's already on there. The marshal's already on there.
Yeah, the marshal's on there. The dude they pick up is the guy who funded the whole thing. Son.
Okay.
The cartel's guy's son. Yeah.
I missed that whole part of the storyline.
Yeah. That's why it's going down.
I've seen this 1,000 times.
I kind of did
part
too.
Of the storyline.
Yeah.
It seems very just thrown into like, oh, I guess we got to give it a reason, but all the Nicolas Cage stuff is what's important.
Oh, there's no reason for any of this, dude. The fact that Nicolas Cage is here in the first place is unreasonable.
Because it kind of just feels like it just happens, like where they're like, oh, here's an opportunity to hijack the plane. Let's do it. But we got to stay on track, so we got to do the prisoner transfer in Carson.
They've been planning this. I mean, everyone on this was a part of the plan. Everyone that was locked in had the thing in their hands. Chappelle had a bag of fucking gas he swallowed and a match so that he could light old
Yeah, that's
fucking
right.
Chief on fire. Everything was planned. It seemed like everything was planned out, obviously by Mr. Virus the Cyrus.
Yeah, he was paid to have an opportunity to get off the plane and get the cartel boss's son off the plane, and that was it. He's like, if you get my
And
son
that's why
safely
the
to
marshal
me,
was on there, because he saw that
Yeah.
shit. He knew that was gonna happen.
yeah, he wanted to make sure that no one did that.
Woo! Dude, I learned something new today.
This
Yeah.
movie was deeper than I thought.
So they do the exchange like nothing's the wiser. No one's the wiser. They get rid of the pilot. Everyone's like, why are you getting rid of the pilots? Because they got another pilot coming on. They all get on the plane and they get the fuck out of there. I think before they take off, Dave Chappelle goes into the cockpit where Wolfbane has ripped out the transceiver, gives it to him, and he says to what's Chappelle's character? Pinball
Pinball.
says to go find a place to put this, and he goes out. He finds a little airplane, like a tour guide airplane, puts it on there, talks to a girl, gets sidetracked, and misses the flight.
Ends up going into the wheel.
Actually, it's a funny scene because he's running next to the airplane, and he's like
And the
banging on
Indian
the
guy.
window, and the Indian
Yeah.
guy's sitting there, and he's like flips him off, it's all burnt up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Yeah,
exchange
yeah.
happens. During the exchange, like you said, Poe has his chance to get off, but he doesn't. Why doesn't he get off? But what he does is he puts who had the guy with the gun had a recorder on him, and so he took that recorder, put it in one of the guards' shirts, knowing that it was not hidden very well, and they would find it, and they would hopefully figure out what was going on. And so they do figure out what's going on, which prompts Cyrus to kill one of the guards on the ground. Mind you, there's a sandstorm going on the whole time, so no one could really see what's going on. He kills the guards. By the time they have enough time to react to the airplane, they're already taken off. Pinball's running next to it. He doesn't quite make it. Gets caught up in the landing gear, but they do escape. The airplane escapes, and they are in charge. This is where they get Sally Can't Dance. Cutie. And this is also where they get Garland Green, the Moretta Mangler, Steve Buscemi's character.
Yeah, he's great.
Garland Green.
So where's Cusack at this time? Is he realizing this shit's going down now?
Cusack, why was he searching Cyrus's cell?
Because he was looking for clues to his
because that's where he found the
drawings of the plane, the
drawings of the
blueprints.
plane, and there was like a cipher that when read, it was like Carson. He was reading it. It was like cars
Yeah,
on.
that was
Carson
he was
City.
communicating with the drug lord.
And so he found that, and that's when he already knew shit was going down in Carson City. Did he know that before or after the prisoner exchange? Does that matter?
No, I think he realized it once he found all that shit in the cell, and he puts a bomb in the cell too for anybody who finds that and blows it up.
He tells the guy, this guy, it's just one of those things. He's smarter than everybody else. He's like, don't touch anything, and of course they fucking touch it and it explodes and they die.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because they just find like powder in there, and then they bring him in there, and so he's finding it all like right as it's going down, right as Carson City's going down. So in that, then he couldn't stop it. So they take back off. They're headed
and then the reason how they know it's definitely going down is because they find that thing written on the guard in Carson City, and then they're sure of it. That's what happens.
Yes.
And then Poe writes a note on Chappelle's body.
He does once he finds his dead body.
So they're on their way to the air base or somewhere in Nevada or somewhere to change airplanes. They got to change airplanes. Smart.
Yep.
It's a great plan, really. It's a dumb movie, but the plan is it's great. It's a great plan. It's a great plan.
And you're only going to have the opportunity once because they're all getting transported to a new place. So they're going to be at the new place forever. So that's why they had to do it now. It's like, this is our one opportunity to fucking do this.
It's like, it's a plan that shouldn't have worked, would have never worked. But if every little detail went perfectly, it could have worked. Yeah. And that's what this movie is. They get to wherever they're going to land their plane. They say, he goes up and he goes, we're going to get there in no time if we're going 190 miles an hour. Unfortunately, we're only going 120 miles an hour. Whatever. He sends Ving Rhames. Cyrus sends Ving Rhames to look down at the landing gear to see what's wrong with it. Ving Rhames, for some reason, brings Cameron Poe. I don't think he trusts him very much. I don't think they
he doesn't
very much.
Because this is the thing that happened too, is when they were when they were choosing who was going to leave in Carson City,
Yeah.
someone
He said he
suggested
would
him
go.
because like he was getting out of jail or whatever, and then he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm in jail for double murder," and he blah 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 or whatever. And he's like, and Ving Rhames right there is like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I don't know, I don't really
sums
trust this
up.
guy."
So he
Yeah,
brings
Cyrus
him
really doesn't
down.
care, but Ving Rhames doesn't trust him.
To the air, they find Chappelle caught up in the body. They find Pinball.
In
So
the wheel.
yeah, so he's got to clear the obstruction to close the wheel. So in doing so, he gets a Sharpie and writes. I think he writes.
Coordinates, I think. Carson
No,
City.
he writes his
Utah.
name.
He writes
on it.
Larkin's name.
He writes
and
Larkin's
something
name on it.
else.
Now, how does he know Larkin? I think they talked to him on the over the radio already.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because yeah. Somehow. How
Cage's
does he
character
talk to
knows a
him?
lot of random shit about all these people.
I
too.
think he talked to him on the radio. I think on the radio he was like, "This is Lieutenant Larkin, blah blah blah." Like who's in charge of this plane? And he goes, "I'm fucking in charge of this." Cyrus is like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. So he wrote Larkin on it. It falls in Fresno, California. Fresno 559. Shout out to 559 Central California. 559.
Did that intersection look familiar to you?
Yeah, that was the intersection of First and Palm.
That's where he first made love to a man.
Yeah.
And also got a virus.
Yeah, Cyrus the virus. So it lands in Fresno. It has Larkin's name all over it. What does it say though?
I think it gives coordinates to where they're going in Utah, yeah. Because he overhears the reason why he knows Larkin's name, like you said, is because he overhears Cyrus talking to him on the thing, and he also overhears Swamp Thing and Cyrus talking about where they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gives Larkin the coordinates.
Yeah, one of the guys has a plane stashed over there.
Actually, doesn't he straight up ask him? He does. He asks them where they're going. He's like, "Listen, I'm in this with you now." To Cyrus, he's like, "Where are we going?" And Cyrus is like, "Why are you so interested in blah blah blah?" He's like, "Because I'm in this now. I'm part of this." And Cyrus is like, "All right, bro, I'll tell you." And he tells him. That's what happens.
Copy you.
Because he's trying to get on Cyrus's like not good side per se, but he's trying to be like
Not on
friendly.
his
so
bad
he's
side, yeah.
exactly. He's trying
Keep
not
your
to be on his
enemies
bad
close.
side.
Does a man
Yeah.
that bad have a good side?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
the question.
Hey.
Think
And
about
time is a flat circle. We didn't talk about that. Way to just throw that in there for no reason.
I think that pissed me off more than anything.
I think
I
yeah.
think I'm like a little forced. I feel a little forced. Ugh.
Put a chicken and make her gay. Cyrus Grissom, do you copy? Let's see.
I
So,
love
yeah.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone. They are probably the best thing that ever happened to our generation.
By this point, they bring his wife in, who was the prom queen. Oh no, that was a different movie.
Miss Alabama. He wants Casey to be a future Miss Alabama. Maybe.
Yeah,
that's what
which
that's
is
what you're
weird.
Going at.
I want my daughter to be super hot.
Well, the mom is like a 10.
She's like a 9. She's
Well,
like
back
an
then-
she's like an
Good- hey,
Alabama.
Good enough, I
Alabama-
guess.
She's like an Alabama 9.
Back then in the 90s, the only thing women really mattered for were their looks. So at the time, that was the
blonde.
most valuable thing, just to be like a beauty queen instead of like someone with like an actual job.
Obviously,
also
she
Alabama.
makes
I see
good
his thoughts.
sweet
Also, yeah,
tea.
Alabama. Yeah, sweet tea. It's a very Alabama thing to say.
Dear hummingbird, tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. You don't have an oak tree. Are you drunk again?
Does it have to be yellow? What is it? What a yellow ribbon? Why? Why a yellow ribbon around a tree? I don't understand it.
So
What else is going on?
land-
There's a lot of little sub parts of this movie that we're not talking about. Like every character, like we got Johnny
Buscemi.
23 talking to the fucking the female guard about how like he'd be Johnny 400 if everybody knew the case.
It's
We got
fucked up.
Ving Rhames talking about how he's like you said, it has a book, and then Steve Buscemi's supposed to be like a Jeffrey Dahmer type of guy who's
He's
like
real bad.
really crazy, like wears
Hannibal
people's
Lecter
heads through like
mask and
3
shit.
states and
It's
shit.
the conversation from him and Cameron Poe are pretty funny. He's just like, I wish you would never talk to me again, or so. He's like, can you just shut the fuck up, please?
Yeah.
He's like, if you ever
Yeah.
tasted a little girl's femur bone, I don't know, something like that. He's a weirdo.
No, that's the thing about Buscemi. He doesn't really say anything weird except for I guess I wore the guy's head through 3 states or whatever.
A little
I
girl's
guess
head
that's-
through 3
little
states.
girl's
is a
head, yeah.
hat.
And I can't really see how that character necessarily ties in the whole plot, other than just like an additional like weird thing.
Well, this is
Also,
a
how tall
maximum
is your
security
car?
plane. This is a maximum security plane transport. Like this is like a one Jake. They don't just
Look,
do
it's
this
just
all the
it's just an
time.
additional
They're
character.
building a new
random
fucking
additional thing.
prison that they're trying to
I
take
know what
all the
this is.
baddest to the bad to.
I know they're bringing.
What
all
are you
the baddies
confused
in.
about? Sorry.
That's right.
I just don't
Sorry.
know the point to have
That's
that
right.
character, but I get it.
What do you
Everybody
mean no
calm
point?
I remember like I liked the character.
Everybody
I
calm
just,
down.
It just had no connection to
So
anything
they
else.
figure
The
out where
point
he's
is,
really
a bad
going.
guy being
At
transported.
this point, Malloy
that.
is in a helicopter chasing the false.
Malloy, that fucking cocksucker.
He's chasing the false transceiver, and he doesn't realize it until it's way too late.
Yeah, they're
He's,
about to
way
shoot down this,
over
like, little
Utah or
plane.
something.
It's like
And
shoot him
then,
down.
in like this battle helicopter. and so he's like, well, it's gonna take us an hour to get to that air base, and he's like, it's 15-minute drive from here with a fast car. And so he gets in. Cusack steals Malloy's car, goes to the airfield where the Con Air's landing. Con Air, what a great name too. Where air it's landing so they can switch. And then he meets him there. They crash land. They realize they don't have a plane for some reason. Something happened. The plane explodes.
Well, no, Poe blows it up. He's trying to make them so they can't do their mission. Poe destroys the plane, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah, I think he does. I think he knows like what they're trying to do, and like it's because this is where he kills Ving Rhames, doesn't he?
No, I think. Oh no. Oh, so no. The dude that set up this plane exchange, he gets in the plane and tries to bounce, tries to leave everybody behind, and he sees him, and while he's doing that, I think I can't remember who. Maybe it's Poe. Busts open the gas tank of it, so there's a trail of gas, right? And then the guy falls out. And he's like apologizing to Cyrus, and he goes, "Sigh," and he goes, "Anara," and he throws a cigarette.
I think that guy is the guy they were trying to. That's the son of the drug cartel they were trying to save. Was that guy who dies
Yeah.
like that? Yeah.
So that fucks the
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah.
He crashes the plane.
Sigh,
Feels like it's
Anara.
sigh,
He's like on the
Anara.
wing, right? He's like on the
So
wing
good.
with like a match or something.
So he's no, somebody lit a cigarette for him.
Yeah,
and,
and he
handed
takes it
to
out.
him. He like
Yeah.
smokes it and then he flicks it. Sigh, Anara. And
So clever.
Yeah, so clever. And so they have to all the meanwhile, Poe escapes the airplane because he's got to find Baby O his insulin. He's like, I'm not leaving you without giving you, even though
He goes
they're
to look
like,
for a
"Dude,
first aid kit.
Another
so-
time he could have left.
he's going to fight. He could have just hid and been fine, but no, he helps, and he does. He saves the lives of a couple guards, and that's the whole line of, I know my own proclivities of trying to kill guards, and I can tell you that mine are of ancient lore from the penal code, whatever the fuck Malkovich says.
I don't
And
like
so-
your barbecue.
And then he goes, this is your barbecue, sigh, and it tastes good. Which is much more memorable, like easier to remember that line than fucking Cyrus is for sure. Maybe that's
He
a
was
good-
just speaking all Shakespearean. It was just great, dude.
Dude, let's be honest. This is top 5 Malkovich. Top 5 Malkovich roles of all time. This is
Oh,
top
yeah.
5.
Ooh, yeah, really?
Come on, this is a great
Really?
role. Top 5 Malkovich. You like this thing? Like he went for this. Like this is like he was a bad guy in an action movie in this movie. You know what I mean, he did it well, and he did it well.
Probably.
Top
I
5
mean,
Malkovich.
Cage has to always be my favorite part of a Cage movie.
Sure, but
Definitely
Malkovich was
He was
great.
definitely my second favorite.
He was
part,
great
for sure.
He was awesome. Cyrus the Virus. That's a
movies.
great fucking name.
Cyrus the Virus.
They called him the Virus because he killed so many people.
Havadika, or no, that's a spell. in
Jake
Harry
just
Potter.
realized it. Look at him. He didn't even know that was why.
What's
What?
I thought he had AIDS.
Cyrus the Virus? And when we say the
I mean,
virus, we
I'm-
mean the virus.
Yeah, I just thought, dude. I don't know.
Oh, dude, we need to have we need to have a bad guy named like
When he was in prison, so
like Rovid the COVID.
Rovid the COVID.
Well, it's not difficult to surmise how Nathan here feels about killing guards, and my own proclivities are well known and often lamented facts of penal lore.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering
Those
is
are great words.
why you
What?
have an option off. Cyrus, this is your barbecue, and man, it tastes good. But Mr. Dog over here, dude, it's so bad. Oh.
Movie's insane. And that's something I do like about it. It's
no way
pretty-
he didn't write his own line for at
pretty
least that
fucking
part.
funny. Like it's
least
just
that
there's
part.
times where it's just so ridiculous. It's just hilarious.
Oh my god. So at this point, fucking Dahmer has escaped and has met a little girl and is having tea time with her. Sally Can't Dance has found some female clothes and is just happy with everybody. Schwartz, I don't know if we can hear you anymore.
Not talking.
The
plans are all
town
coming
that
together.
they're in too. The town that they're in is funny. Like the little girl lives in is like an old town with like nuclear bombed there before. Like they tested nukes there or something.
Maybe, yeah. Seems
Hmm,
like an
that's
old
fair.
deserty town in California.
Oh yeah, it's Fresno. You're right.
Could be Fresno, could be Chandler Airport in Fresno. They shot a little bit of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull there.
Yeah, they seem to be doing a weird flight path, bouncing around a little bit.
Oh, really? Did you map it out?
No, I mean not physically.
No.
It just seems like they're just. Where do they start? Alabama?
They start no. Where do they start? They're in the federal penitentiary somewhere.
And then like Fresno, then Carson City, then like eventually into Vegas.
They flew over Fresno, but that already diverted their path. So they went to Carson City first,
right,
Nevada.
They go in a weird direction.
So I wonder if they were in like
West
somewhere in
and south.
Nevada originally.
Maybe strange flight path. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not a flight.
So what's Larkin doing right now? Is he in the car driving?
Larkin?
He's
is
driving
already
super
there.
fast in a Corvette.
No, Larkin made it there before everybody else. Dude, it only took him
yeah.
15
Middle of the
minutes. He
road.
was there in 12 and a half. He is now talking to Poe after Poe found them drugs. He's like, yo, you're Poe, man. Let's fucking get the fuck out of here. Another chance for Poe to get the fuck out of there. But he don't. And
I
then
already
he
got
says,
your wife and kids.
Yeah, he's
they're
like,
with me.
I have
You
your
can
wife
see them
and
right
kids.
now. I heard it's your daughter's birthday. You've told every fucking other guy on this. In
July
the movie,
14th.
This is your daughter's birthday.
July
so
14th.
I know this
I'm-
is the day.
I just escaped prison July 14th. Well, it's going to be the 15th by the time you see her, bitch. It's definitely midnight in Vegas.
It's like 11:30.
Maybe all this takes place in Nevada. Maybe it's not that crazy of a flight pattern.
I guess the Fresno part is the weird diversion.
It's not that far. It's like a
Guess not.
3-hour flight from Vegas anyway. Anyway, he says, I can't leave a fallen man behind. And that's when everything comes together. He's like, oh, you got to go back and help your friends. Even though Baby O dies. Does he die? Have we confirmed that?
I can't remember. I think he
So-
sacrifices himself for the lady.
He goes back. They have to pull the plane out now because the other plane's fucked up. So they got to pull their crash plane out because they're going to redo it. And then meanwhile, Malloy's got like attack helicopters coming, like fucking not Blackhawks, but like, you know, those crazy, like thin fucking gun helicopters. He's
Yeah.
coming. He's on his way to blow shit up. There's a convoy on their way to blow shit up. They have a plan now. They come up with like a plan. Cyrus is a genius. They should call him Cyrus the fucking forward thinker is what they should call him.
Cyrus the genius.
They come up with the plan to with like propane tanks and shit to blow them up when they're like sketching it out, and he's like, what's that rock over there? And he goes, it's a rock.
Yeah, they're like, this car's this, that's this, and that's a rock. That's
What's
funny.
that?
That was
It's
great.
It's a rock. He gets big ambush, solid plan. Again, solid planning. They kill everyone on the ground and take the plane off again, right? They get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, they end up like who shows up? It's
Oh.
like the army, right?
Well, it's the whole convoy. Like I said, they got like 2 attack helicopters. I don't know if the helicopters made it quite yet. I think the helicopters don't get there until
No, because they like ambushed the army vehicles in like the junkyard graveyard
yeah.
pile of junk wall. That whole shit. That was sick. That shit was
Yeah.
dope.
The propane tanks. They got propane tanks going. They
Yeah,
blow.
that was
they blow
cool.
them up. Cusack latches Malloy's car to the airplane as it takes off, and
He's like,
hopes to
"That's my
slow
fucking
down."
car."
He goes, "Ain't that your car?" Pretty good. Pretty sure they're all friends at the end too, which is dumb. So they get back in their helicopter. That's right. So their helicopter.
Larkin and Poe are homies for sure at the end of this stuff.
Yeah, homies, dude.
Big time.
Ass Kicker is his license plate. ASSKIKR. Hate that guy. They get back in the helicopter and chase after him.
Yep. And then
There's a good man in there.
I think
Yeah,
they shoot the plane, and the plane's got to crash land in Vegas, right?
I don't know if they shoot it, but also this is the moment kind of where
Larkin
we
tells him not to
see-
shoot him because Poe's on there. Like, there's a
he
good man
tries
aboard
to-
that plane.
Malloy wants to shoot him, but Larkin doesn't.
Yeah.
Larkin's pleading
Yeah.
not to, and it's also his plane. He didn't want his plane getting shot down.
He built it himself.
The whole time we're sitting in this weird little town, probably Fresno, hanging out with that little Embry girl. We're assuming he's gonna kill her. We're assuming
Yeah.
this is not gonna end good for this little girl.
You should wear a head as a hat, bro.
Through 3 states. As they take off, we see her running and waving by, and he's got his Ken, she's got her Barbie, and everything's good. So even though we know he's a fucking psychopath, child killer, possibly diddler, we kind of we feel for him now. Hey, you know what? he ain't so. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling for him, but like
At the end,
his character's
he
interesting,
wins.
so I'm
Doesn't he
for
win a
it.
bunch of money and he fucking we're like,
Yeah.
nice.
He won the craps game.
I mean, I don't know what you thought. Obviously, you're like, oh, nice, but I was like, damn, that guy's gonna kill a lot more people.
Uh-oh, he's out still.
Oh no, he made it out.
Bum, bum, bum. Are you telling me
These
this movie
things-
doesn't continue?
Leaves
Dude,
things
they
open
should
for
make a movie
sequel.
about what happened to Garland Green. Dude.
They
Garland
do.
Green.
It's called The Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
He becomes a surfer and a bowler and makes two good friends.
And then he gets shot in a parking lot in Burbank.
Yeah, dude. He's not in. He just doesn't believe in nihilism.
Cyrus, they have now gone through the bags. They know who Poe is. And
My
they
daddy's
and so
coming
Cyrus,
home July
but
14th.
right before that, Cyrus plays a little game and he's like, somebody is a fucking rat and told on us in Carson City, and someone fucking strapped a car to us trying to get us to fuck up. Who did? And that's when Baby O goes, "It was me, bitch. Isn't that funny?" And Cyrus shoots him and he goes, "No, that's funny."
Yep.
Dude, Cyrus is so good. Probably top 5 Malcolm.
Top
feel like
5
at-
Malkovich, dude, for
At-
sure.
At that point, I would have been pissed if I was Poe, because I would have been like, I could have gotten off the plane twice already, and you're just gonna sacrifice yourself? What the fuck, bro?
Well,
Yeah,
Well, he did
all
what
for
Poe
nothing.
did for
He
him.
sacrificed himself for Poe, though. That's what he did for Poe.
Even though it didn't matter, because
guess.
right after that, he busts out the thing and he goes, "My daddy's gonna be fucking coming
July
home
14th.
on 9, whatever."
July 14th.
We tied the ribbon around the tree on July 13th.
They
It's
got
his
no
daughter's
ribbon.
birthday.
They got no ribbon that could fit around no fucking tree.
Bro, it's the old oak tree. It's been sized.
Size, yeah, size huge.
Size, we got
Tie
the
yellow
ribbon.
ribbon around the old oak tree. I'm pretty sure that's an old song, right?
I have no idea.
Soldiers coming
Whatever.
home, tie a yellow ribbon around the
The
old oak
way
tree.
he says it is the
Some weird.
funniest
It's like an
shit, though.
Alabama thing,
butterfly.
probably.
Dear butterfly. Does he call her butterfly or dragonfly?
No, it's a
Hummingbird is his
hummingbird.
the
Dear
wife.
hummingbird. Put on ice the lemonade.
You and Casey.
Bitch, I got no lemonade. I'm fucking working at a bar still, and I'm a
Put the
single
lemonade
parent.
on ice.
I've been
I'll be
banging
there.
old Johnny Two Fingers
3
for the
weeks.
past 3 years since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Malloy and Larkin come to him in the airplane, attack helicopters. Malloy's trying to shoot him down. I think they do shoot him. He finally takes over the plane. He slaps the chick. He locks himself in the cockpit, takes over the plane with Swamp Dog, and tells him to land in wherever. Like they tell him that there's plenty of place to land somewhere, but he says, "Nah, I'm landing on the Strip, baby." And
No, I think they
landed
just told
in
him to
Vegas.
land at the airport, which is right next to the Strip.
It is fairly close.
Yes, so that was a little.
Yeah, but they
little
don't call
goofy,
him
but-
Mad Dog for nothing.
No, you're right.
idiot.
Swamp Thing.
to make a cool scene like they did,
It's
they're not
Swamp
going to just have
Thing.
him land.
Oh,
in a
there's no
simple
Mad
airport.
Dog.
Yeah, they
Like,
gotta land
oh,
on Vegas
oh,
Boulevard.
All runways are clear and open. He's like, nope, I'm going to land right
He's
next
like,
to it where all
"Fuck
the buildings
that,
and people
dude.
are.
I'm going.
think he
He's
says
we're
a
not gonna make it.
Swamp Thing, dude.
He said they're not gonna make it.
He goes,
like, "We ain't
"Can't
gonna
make it. I'm putting it in the Hudson."
Yeah.
It's so close.
So they land on the Strip. Classic, and the movie's over. And
No, the movie.
Oh,
the funny
bro.
part
The
is
movie's not over.
over.
The movie's not over. Are you telling me there's a fire truck and police motorcycle chase after this?
There is. There is.
I know you wouldn't have seen it coming, but there actually is that exact same thing.
What?
Yes,
So they
yeah.
land on the Strip. Then what happens? Does everybody die?
Someday.
Well, Mad or Swamp Thing. Why don't we call him Mad Dog?
I don't know,
Swamp
Mad
Thing
Dog.
and Cyrus then hijack a fire
What?
truck, and because Swamp Thing is such a good
Where did
pilot,
they land?
he
They land
definitely
in the
can
MGM?
drive a good old fucking fire truck. I don't remember specifically where they were.
The plane is called Jailbird, actually. Oh, the Sands. They crash into the Sands.
And then a police chase ensues, and then
So helicopters landing, police
Cusack
cars.
jumps on a fucking bike,
Yep.
and
motorbike.
Poe at the same time,
And Poe.
independently of each other.
Poe's got the fucking bunny.
Well, yeah, they're
Like,
they're getting
"Let's
they're
get 'em."
pulling everyone off the plane. They find everyone's accounted for. Johnny 22. They find him hanging there. They pull him away. His arms are still hanging. I love that scene. I think about that scene
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Poe and Swamp Dog and who else are escaping? Some other people are escaping too.
Ving Rhames, or is he dead already?
I'm not sure. But then everyone else gets arrested. Then they see out of the corner of their eyes on top of a fire truck, fucking Cyrus the Virus.
Like, look at all
Hanging on.
crawled. Gollum up there, golluming around.
Like you see,
Like not hiding well at all. He's just on
No.
top. He's just on top of.
Swamp Thing's driving the fire
Yeah,
truck.
Swamp Thing's the
Yeah.
driver,
Swamp
dude.
Thing's fine
Yeah.
driving the fire truck. So
He's the
they're-
getaway man.
They're
Dude.
now. Oh, and now they're in Old Vegas for some reason. I'm pretty sure that's pretty far away. Now they're in Old Vegas.
Well, there's a
Blazing.
part, the car, the motorcycles cut through Old Vegas because somehow they were able to get to the bus better that way, or the fire truck that way. So they're dodging people and shit in a cool.
Classic. Two more motorcycle cops join. We don't see their faces or anything. We just see a donut fall on the ground and the motorcycles drive away. So yes, it's Ving Rhames on the back in wearing a fireman's jacket for
Yes,
some
that's
reason. He
right.
put a fucking fireman's jacket on.
He had time to do that.
Cyrus,
just for appearances.
Cyrus the Virus is shooting water off of the back at the fucking other. He hits the two other cops that drop the donuts, but not Cameron Poe and fucking John Cusack, expert
course not.
motorcyclists at this point, going through a tunnel now. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure this is the tunnel to fucking Griffith Park. It's 100% the Griffith Park tunnel. It's 100% the Griffith Park tunnel. Now they're in Los Angeles. I'm sorry. I'm drooling.
Definitely.
Cusack, I think Cusack's still hanging on. Poe is hanging onto the ladder, Swamp Thing slamming side to side. Now Cusack's hanging onto the ladder. They're all on the fire truck now.
Cyrus has like a spear at this point.
Cyrus
Somehow
has-
he got
yeah.
a spear.
What do they call that? It's called something. It's like a fireman's hook.
Okay, that makes
But
sense.
he's hooking him. He's fucking hooking him.
Yeah.
And then what does he puts it through his leg. He breaks it. Yeah, he breaks the hook off because it's a wooden hook. We're in the fucking 40s. Breaks it and then hooks Cyrus through his leg. He's got to say something clever to him. Does he say something clever to him? It's like, don't lose your head, and then he slams his head and his head flies off. What does he say? Here, I'm about to watch it.
You're right.
He's
got to
like,
say
Cyrus,
something.
I
I'm
got
about to
the
watch it.
cure.
Cyrus, who's the virus now? No, they definitely doesn't say that.
What are you doing? Mark the time.
The fight ensues. I think Cusack puts a hose into the cab. He hacks a hole into the hose of the cab and fills it up with water, flooding Swamp Thing, really making him a Swamp Thing at this point. You'd think he'd be fine underneath that. Cusack's at the end, or Malkovich at the end of the ladder. What's his name? Poe is raising the ladder
Flooding
up,
the
right?
cab with what?
Water.
Why
For
does he
some
open the
reason-
window?
Now, also, I'm not going to get technical here. I'm not a fire truck expert. Don't think this type of fire truck carries that much water to be fending yourself off like a fucking Somalian pirate and
This
to
is a
fill
good
up
point.
a cab. Fill up the cab with water. This is a ladder truck.
Yeah.
This is not a water truck.
Generally, they're attached
Message.
to an extinguisher, but not moving while they're spraying
Just saying,
water.
it might have a little water in it. I don't think it had enough water to fill up the cab, but maybe
Wow.
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm wrong.
It would be very
Side
heavy.
note-
It would be very heavy.
Side
They-
note, I threw on an
Go
episode
on.
of Baywatch, and Pamela Anderson's playing a trombone on the water.
I let her play
Baywatch
my
is-
trombone.
It's a great.
So
show.
after this, I think he gets catapulted. You think he's he's he at the top of the ladder, the truck crashes. So obviously Malkovich is killed immediately.
No, he
Right.
gets
Malkovich.
smashed. There's an over. There's
He's
there's
not killed
walkway.
immediately.
There's there's the overpass thing, and he gets
He's
on
catapulted?
the ladder. No, he's not catapulted. He's on the ladder, and he gets smashed into the walkway. So he's like essentially crushed, and then somehow he falls
he's
into
fine.
something, and then he
'Cause
falls
he's laying-
down.
yeah, he's
he's
like
fine.
in a construction zone.
Yeah, and I don't know where he came into this construction zone, but then something does come down and smash his head.
Yeah, like
And that-
like an auto hammer crushing rocks, like we're in fucking Flintstones.
Yeah. Like
Hammer.
It-
crushing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was so weird.
Well,
Yeah,
cool way to
it's-
go, I guess.
Yeah, but why did that happen?
Of all
Why
the
did that
ways to
happen
go
is a good question,
in this
'cause-
movie, Con Air, smashed by a auto steam hammer at a fucking sawmill is a pretty sweet way to go, I guess. You're in Vegas, but whatever.
dangerous construction site.
That's your friend in the wood chipper. Let's see. How did Swamp Thing? So Cyrus is finally dead.
Yeah, Ving
Yes.
Rhames is dead too, right?
Ving Rhames, how did Ving Rhames die?
I don't remember.
Somehow he died he had to have died on that truck somehow.
At this point, How Do I has started playing again for sure.
Oh,
Well,
I remember
hold
how
on, though.
Ving,
So
Ving
everyone's
Rhames
dead.
died because Poe's motorcycle crashed into the back of the fire truck and exploded. And then that killed. I think that killed Ving Rhames because it exploded next to him. But It also exploded next to Cameron, and he was fine because he just held onto the ladder.
Yeah, he swung on the ladder like across traffic and shit. You're right.
Baby,
It's fine.
everything.
Yeah, and
He
then
finds the bunny.
The fire truck just kept going.
He finds the bunny.
It's a little dirty.
It's a
yeah, it's
little
all dirty. It's
He
about to like
meets-
go into the sewer, and he grabs her ass. It's about to
Soar.
go
It's
into
about
the
to
sewer.
It's about to go into the sewer. We all float down here. He catches it. He sees his daughter in the distance, immediately recognizes her from the pictures because he's never seen her before. There's no cell phone videos right now. He's not flicking his bean to his wife's vagine in the thing. He's got fucking unless you think she's sending hard copies.
And for those
Polaroids?
who don't recall, this is July 14th on his daughter's birthday.
It might be the 15th at this point.
It's pretty late.
Depending
hard
on
to
where they
say.
took off from. If they took off from Alabama, it's definitely the 15th.
Well, it'd be the 15th in Alabama, but maybe not in Vegas.
It's nighttime. It's debatable.
Yeah, you're right.
I
forget
want
how
to.
time
I want to
zones work
believe
sometimes.
he made it.
It's like
he made it on the 14th.
3 hours earlier. In
I
Vegas.
think
bet,
he
you bet,
had to
you
have
bet.
made it on the 14th. This was
All right.
probably like
Of course,
11,
of course
11
he did.
It was like
Of course he
11
did. I don't see a
PM.
calendar anywhere, but
We're
of course he did. It's his
fine.
birthday.
Fine. It's just
Totally.
late in Vegas. but
I
he
mean, if
made
you
it
look at
hit.
the stars, it's technically October 3rd, 1942.
It's July 14th.
I'd
and
like to
it's his
get Neil
daughter,
deGrasse
Casey's
Tyson on the case here and
birthday.
tell me what day it is.
Because on July 14th, she gets to meet her daddy.
All right, we get it. July 14th.
It's
You know what?
That
I
is his daughter's
think
birthday.
they're probably he's probably a bit of a disappointment at this juncture.
Yeah, like
It'd be
he had
funny if she was
blood
like,
all over him. Not a great first impression.
She
it'd
just
be
goes,
funny if
nah.
she was like, "What's up with your hair?"
She just goes, is that a tube? You got a tube on, Daddy?
No, it's a really good scene because like she hugs him, she gives him a hug, and you're like, "Oh, he did it for the girl."
You did it for the nookie.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
then the
a
wife.
sweet.
Then the
sweet
smoking hot
lights
wife
in the
comes back, and you're
background.
like, "Damn, she's still just
She
as
is
hot as she
not.
was
She's
before
kind
she
of a
birthed that
milk
baby."
toast, dude.
Milk toast? What does that mean?
She's kind of plain. She's kind of just a blonde, plain person.
Oh,
No
she's
offense to
beautiful.
blondes.
She's Alabama hot.
She's beautiful.
You're right, Alabama hot. And then so that's the end. That's the end. No, cut to
Yeah.
Dahmer in a nice suit,
Buscemi.
getting a fucking mojito, shooting craps, killing the game. Sweet
Does he
Home
got a white suit
Alabama
on?
playing. He's got a white. He's got like a tan suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. One of the greatest movies of all time.
This
Terrible.
ending is actually pretty
Love it.
reminiscent of Godzilla -1.
Oh,
If I think about it, but let's not get into spoilers with that one. I don't. Anthony, have you seen Godzilla -1 yet?
No, but I'll tell you what, you can go ahead and spoil it for me if you want, because I don't
Okay.
care.
Just if you think about it, endings are very similar. Like the goal was achieved, he got back with his family, and then, but the last shot
Swamp Thing.
was, wait, the monster still exists out there.
Message.
So this is very good. Maybe -1 took the
It's a
ending from
rip-off
Con
of
Air.
Con Air.
It could have been. Now that I think about it, because it was
Wow.
about a pilot.
Is that why they did it in black?
Godzilla
and white?
-1 was about a pilot, and Con Air obviously was about a plane. Wow, I love God. I love Con Air a lot more now. I was gonna give it like a 5, but I'm gonna give it a 9.
Great song. Carrie Underwood, right?
Carrie
Underwood,
Underwood?
right?
I thought that was Taylor Swift.
No, Taylor Swift wasn't alive in '97, was she?
She would have been probably 7.
Oh, okay.
She was born in
97.
'89.
Okay.
So hot. Cool.
Um,
I'm gonna give
what do you
this
rate it?
a 97.
9.7 out of 10.
97 out of 100.
Okay, Schwartz.
A. Gave it a solid A.
I'm gonna go 8 out of 10.
Yeah. In all
Yeah.
reality, it's probably closer to a 9.
Yeah. Like I want to give it a 5, but I also want to give it a 9.
I'm
So
going.
I'm gonna
give it an
give
eight.
it.
I'll give it a solid
it-
9.
Give it an I'll give it an 8.
9.7's a little joke answer. Nine's a real answer though.
It-
I'm gonna
it's
give it
fair.
an 8.
It's hilarious. It's so
It's
funny.
great. It's great.
just- it's such a ridiculous movie.
Listen,
It's-
Of the
movies are made
movies?
to entertain you, and this
And
movie
the-
entertains
Oh, you guys don't
thoroughly.
believe that.
It does it.
You
It
guys
does it
don't believe that.
thoroughly.
You guys like
to a point.
dumb, fucking sad, story driven.
I mean, I appreciate.
I love that too,
depth.
but that entertains me.
This
that
movie
entertains
might
me in a
not
different
have
way.
No, it
had the
doesn't.
depth
Yes, it
I
does.
desire,
Being
but it was
sad isn't
still
entertaining.
fun.
That is entertaining.
funny.
It's still entertaining, Anthony. That's entertaining in a different way. It's the same thing. This is just entertaining in a way that makes you smile and laugh and be like, that was awesome. That's what this does, and that's great.
If this podcast taught me anything, you got to take a movie as it is, not as what
Yeah.
you want it to be.
I mean,
And for what
I
this
love
is-
Seven. Seven's entertaining as fuck, but it's like it's not a good movie for entertainment. You know, you're not like, oh god, I want to do this.
This is so
But
fun.
it's a
It's
great
just like
fucking
you're
entertaining movie.
Yeah, you're invested. You're into
Yeah,
the
you're,
thrill.
you want all you like.
Schwartz,
it.
you might have just blown my
Suspense.
mind a little bit just now.
We learned so much from Con Air. Like,
I
who
mean,
would
it's
have
the
thought?
reason. It's the reason why Jake likes fucking
Entertaining is-
likes
What?
Boyhood and Linklater so much because like it makes him
I
feel
thought it
a
was just
certain
because
way.
he's a pussy.
No, it makes him feel a certain way, and that's like entertaining to him. Like Good Will Hunting, it's like it makes him feel a certain
Yeah.
way, and that's why he loves it.
I like certain movies
So-
because they make me feel a certain way. It's like
Feeling.
you haven't seen Zone of Interest yet, have you?
No,
Talk-
don't
what?
though. I want to. I do want to watch
wanna
that.
talk about that,
I want to feel that.
Okay, because that's one of those like you
should see
feel
that.
something,
You
and
should
that's a wild
definitely
one.
see that.
Yeah, see it. We won't talk about
That
it.
and Poor
It's
Things.
not playing
you should
anywhere.
do both those movies. That and Poor Things. Those are two great movies.
Yeah,
Poor Things is
that.
playing. Actually, Poor Things is playing today at 4:00. I
Oh,
had.
watch
It
it.
was. I might.
you should go.
I might. Cool.
Great one.
Well,
Well, Con Air, any final
Con
thoughts?
fucking air, dude.
Well, we covered pretty well. We did a good job with this
It's
one.
a great film. It's a great movie. Everyone should watch it at least once.
We've done Face Off. We've done Con Air. The only natural thing to do is follow it up with Trolls 2.
Rolls 2. Good call. Next week on Making Me Watch Movies.
Obviously, The Rock needs to be done. I'm only borrowing your Humvee.
We'll do it.
Good speed. Godspeed. Good speed.
Drew Goodspeed.
pleasure in gutting you, boy.
I take pleasure in gutting you, boy.
Theory is it's 007. That's James Bond. Escaped from prison. Sean Connery's character is just another version of James Bond. There's a theory there.
was
I don't
James
remember it as
Bond.
he was, but James Bond. We'll get into that theory on the next episode.
All right,
when
next
we cover
episode might
The Rock.
just be fucking The Rock right now. Who knows?